Your main man coming back, and I got the Grub Man with me. We're gonna do a comic book spotlight here in this video. I'm gonna talk about a comic book that we found and read that we both really liked called Dark Ark. It is a alternative biblical story. It takes the biblical story of the flood and tells it from not Noah's perspective, but from the perspective of someone else who also made an ark. There is a powerful demonic sorcerer, and he's told by the demons that God is coming to plunge the world into flood and that he needs to make an ark to save the monsters. And we get this huge arc where he's taking human slaves to use in the larder to feed the monsters, and the monsters are like all half starved and crazy, and some of them are killing each other. And they even have things like even unicorns are there, and the unicorns are all like, talking, and the monsters, there's all this politics between the different monsters, which is absolutely awesome. They have vampires and goblins and ogres and gorgons. Yeah, there you go. And of course, like I said, the unicorns and the manticores. One of the manticores is like a real main character, and he's all badass, and he has like a manticore female with their kid. But he didn't even care about that. He's out there trying to get up on this human woman, and he's just lust and really sort of this carnal, masculine figure. And he's badass. When he gets in a battle, he's all like selling and jacked up, but he comes through. And they even have like an angel visit the boat because Angel thinks that they're Noah, and like talking to him and like, oh yeah, no, everything's straight here, Angel. And Angel leaves. And then you get to the point like where they reach land. I think 13 or 14 comic books in, but we've read all of them. It's absolutely fantastic. You see the sorcerer his powers are waning, or are they? And how does that affect the respect the monsters have? There's a vampire called Neck, just like running off with the gums at him, and he gets sorted out and dealt with accordingly. What are you gonna say?
I think his name was Nex.
Next, something like that.
Yeah.
But that Neck was dealt with.
It was. Wait, wasn't he still alive?
He's still alive, but he got dealt with. I don't remember what they done to him.
Yeah.
It's not getting the people spoilers, but this is a comic book that I think was really, really impressively done. My buddy, who's Kevin, is in the comic book industry, really starting to come up. Keep your eye out for Metal Shark is coming out in a couple of months, like 2 months, I think. And we're going to be talking more about that soon. But he said he's met the guy. It's a really, really great guy, and it's very, very interesting story. Very creative. Certainly the kind of thing you could take and build a campaign, a very different campaign. Like what happens when the monsters get introduced to the people, and the other things that were still there, whatever else survived the flood. And you could do a lot in a role playing game terms with this as well. So I think that's really interesting. Anything else you want to say about it, Robin?
No.
No. Okay. Well, that's our comic book spotlight here, and if you've read the comic book, let us know what you think. And if you haven't, give it a shot, man. Just grab like the first couple of issues and read them. I think you'll be really pleased. It's very strong storytelling.